friends, and welcome back. Did you know that there are certain dairy products that have a high score on the glycemic index system? Do you know which ones they are? Do you know what the glycemic index system is? Well, if you answered no to both of these questions, well, don't worry, because by watching this video right till the end, you'll learn a lot about these two topics. The glycemic index system is a food rating system that rates foods according to how quickly they will turn to sugar and have an effect on your blood sugar numbers after you eat the food. The system does this by providing every food with a number from 0 to 50, meaning it'll slowly turn to sugar, and 55 to 100, it'll quickly turn to sugar. Now, you must understand that this system will not tell you how your blood sugar numbers will be after you eat the food. You will need to test your blood sugar 1 hour later to find out what your number is, basically, how it affected your number. By doing this, you'll learn how to incorporate this food into your diet in a way that it will not spike your blood sugar too high. 1 hour later is very important because this is when most people's spike is, meaning your sugar will spike. And during this time, this is when a lot of health issues will begin in everybody, even though you're not a diabetic. So 1 hour later is very important. And once again, you'll get an accurate number to see how that food affected you, and you could incorporate it into your diet. Now, if you look at your screen, you'll see an example of what the glycemic index system is, a chart. For example, this specific one has columns going up and down and across. It has numbers on top, and it'll give you either a picture of foods under it, that number, or it will list the food by letters. So, for example, you have a list of fruits, you have a list of your grains, and you have a list of your vegetables. You look at top of the list, and you'll see how that number is, and then you could understand of how it would affect your blood sugar number after you eat the food. There's many different kinds. This is just one example of what it looks like. Now, the glycemic index system was or has been around for many years. It was the only tool many years, 100 years ago, that people had to figure out how a certain food would affect their blood sugar number. They didn't have no blood sugar monitors and no way of knowing. So this was the only, product, this chart. As time went by, well then, monitors became available in doctors' offices, where they would go there, get their blood checked, and then they would understand how that food affected their blood sugar numbers. Now, these monitors were only available at doctors' offices. Then, as time went by, they were available to the public at a very high price of $3,000, which, you know what, at the time, obviously most people could not afford it. So they continued to use the glycemic chart. Nowadays, most of the monitors are affordable and most people could afford it. Now, here's a trick to help you understand how to buy a monitor. Now, you don't go by how expensive the monitor is, of course. That would be the first thing most people would think. But being a diabetic for over 20 years, I figured this out on my own. You go by how expensive the test strips are. Because the cheaper the test strips, well, the more chances and people are able to afford to purchase them. And you know what? Be able to check their blood sugar numbers. Now, I understand that most of the time it could still be expensive. So the glycemic index chart is still a good tool to help you understand how foods affect your blood sugar number. Because you look at the food and you look at the number, and you'll be able to understand how to incorporate that food. This is a good chart. So now, my friends, I'm going to give you a list of the top 5 dairy products that have a high score on the glycemic index system. We'll start off with number 5, which would be a semi-low high, which would have good nutritional values, to the super high spike, which would go to number one. So from five to number one. So we'll start off with number five, which is almond milk. Almond milk is considered to have a GI of half a cup to a cup 55 on the glycemic index list. Now, it's only about a cup of the almond milk, my friends. So don't go crazy just by looking at what the glycemic chart tells you, and you're going to think, oh, well then I could have as much as I want. No, my friends, you're going to have to test 1 hour later to see how it affected your number. Now, the nutritional values would be protein, vitamin D, vitamin C, and calcium. Very little, my friends, but it is still considered nutritional. Then we'll go to the next one, which is number four, being yogurt. A cup of plain yogurt, vanilla, with no, your fruits and food colorings and added sugars. You're looking at about half a cup, 32 on the glycemic index system. Nutritional values for yogurt is a little bit better, which has protein at 12, vitamin D. It also has calcium and some potassium. So, you know what? It is considered a little bit with that has nutritional value in it as long as you get the plain white yogurt. So, number five and number four are dairy products with some nutritional values. Now, as we move on to the list, which is number three, we're going to go to whole milk. The GI of 1 cup of whole milk is 34. Now, here, once again, the nutritional values are a little bit better. You're looking at B12, you're looking at vitamin D, calcium, and potassium. Then we go over to number two, which is chocolate milk. Well, my friends, you're going to probably figure out that you might have a problem here. Well, the GI of 1 full glass of chocolate milk is about 52. And the nutritional values of 1 glass of chocolate milk, well, there's nothing there. You're going to be getting a whole bunch of sugar. The carbohydrate would be 30, and the sugar content would be 24. So you add the 30 plus the 24, and you're going to be getting a glass full of 54 grams of sugar. That's right, my friends, 54 grams of sugar. That is the proper way to read a label by calculating the carbohydrate number with the total sugar number. So in this case, it'll be 54 grams of sugar, 1 cup. Then we're going to move up to the last one, which is the first one on the list, which is all of our favorite, well, ice cream. 1 cup of vanilla ice cream is 62 on the GI list. Nutritional values, nothing. But it does come with carbohydrate of 60 and a total sugar number of 25. So you add up the carbohydrate, which is 60, plus the 25 grams of sugar, and you're looking at about 70 grams of sugar. That's right, my friends, higher than a can of any kind of soft drink. You could try to have it every once in a while, but I would go down to the yogurts and the almond milk if you want to have some nutritional values to this dairy product. So now, my friends, the glycemic index system only gives you half of the story to help you with your diabetes. The most important thing here is your diet and testing your blood sugar after every meal to find out how it affected your blood sugar number. When you understand this by testing, you will understand how to incorporate this food into your diet, and you'll understand which foods are healthier for you, which basically boils down to your diet. When you start getting the which is all your nasty grains, well, my friends, you might say, but grains are considered to be healthy, right? Well, they are. That's what they tell us. But they're only healthy the way Mother Nature gave them to us, from the ground up, not after man changes them over to Frankenstein foods, which would include, all of your great pastas of all kind, your brown pastas, your potatoes, all of your cooked baked goods, all your snack foods. All these are Frankenstein foods, which means man turned them over to foods that will help increase their profits and cause you to get sick in our diets. That's right, my friend. So, diet and testing is very important. Also, two other things that you could put in your toolbox that could help you with your diabetes control, which is the next one, of course, number one is exercise. We all know this, right? Not only does exercise improve our cardiovascular system and our bone density, depending on what you're able to do, it helps us with our blood sugar control because as our muscles get tired, well, they're going to require more energy and sugar, which is our body's source of fuel, then it'll slowly decrease your blood sugars. Also, you should incorporate some anxiety control issues by meditating because when your anxiety is up, your cortisol spikes and your blood sugar will spike as well. Because obviously, when your body goes into your cortisol spikes up, your body doesn't know what's happening, and it pumps you up with more energy to make up for that spike that you get. Your energy lost by having that anxiety. So research and understand how anxiety plays a lot into your diabetes control. All right, my friends, that's it for this video. Hit the like button, keep sending your comments, and subscribe to my channel so YouTube will let you know every time I post a new video. I try to post videos up on a weekly basis as time and scheduling permits. So if you subscribe to my channel, well, YouTube will let you know when I do post a new video. All right, my friends, that's it for now. As always, all carbs turn to sugar, and knowledge is power. We'll see you soon, and bye for now.